The hype around Caitlin Clark isn't just real, it's foundational. When news broke that Clark sustained a quad strain, sidelining her for at least 2 weeks, ticket prices for Indiana Fever games nosedived like a stock market crash during a scandal. The Fever vs. Sky matchup, once a hot ticket at $86, dropped to $25 overnight. That's a 71% plunge, all because the WNBA's biggest draw isn't playing. The message from fans is deafening: no Clark, no care. Even Angel Reese, strutting into half-empty arenas with the confidence of Beyoncé on a world tour, couldn't fill the seats. Without Caitlin, the buzz disappears, the popcorn stops popping, and you can literally hear sneakers squeak in a vacuum of indifference. Angel Reese, once touted as the new face of the league, is finding out the hard way that volume doesn't equate to value. Her dramatic reactions on court might rival a Real Housewives episode, but they don't translate into ticket sales. The reality is stark. When Clark's not in the lineup, the stadium echoes louder than the scoreboard. The league's darling is getting triple-teamed, shoved, elbowed, and still somehow blamed for everything from empty seats to bad ratings. Meanwhile, Reese can throw a fit and miss 15 shots, yet still flex like she just made history. The sad truth? Clark is single-handedly carrying the entertainment value of the WNBA. She plays with finesse, flair, and fire, drawing defenders and fans alike. Watch her run the floor, and you see something rare, pure basketball artistry. But instead of being protected like a league asset, she's being mugged like a tourist in a bad part of town. Refs act like they're officiating a cage match. The double standard is glaring. Clark so much as grimaces, and she's slapped with a tech. Reese barks at opponents and refs like she's the coach, and she's called passionate. This inconsistency is not just frustrating, it's dangerous. Off the court, the numbers speak for themselves. Clark's presence boosts viewership by the millions. Her preseason debut drew 1.3 million viewers, more than triple the audience of many regular season games. She's the WNBA's golden goose, but instead of nurturing her, the league is cracking eggs. The current strategy seems to be, let her get clobbered, hope she doesn't complain, and pretend she's not the reason fans are tuning in. It's baffling. Imagine sidelining your biggest box office draw and then wondering why the seats are empty. Spoiler: people aren't paying to see 2 for 17 shooting nights and defensive chaos disguised as intensity. Even more absurd is the narrative that the league is growing thanks to multiple stars. Angel Reese boldly declared that people are tuning in because of her too. But reality checks are in order. Empty rows and $25 tickets don't lie. If she's the draw, then why aren't the seats filled when Clark's out? The illusion crumbles when footage shows vast sections of arenas resembling ghost towns. It's not hate, it's observation. Fans show up for Caitlin. She's the highlight, the storyline, the talent that's making casual viewers care about women's basketball. On the court, Clark is putting up Steph Curry-esque numbers while getting treated like a tackling dummy. Yet somehow, she's the one critics accuse of being overhyped. How does that math work? She's facilitating the game, dishing dimes, hitting deep threes, and dragging a subpar Fever team into competitive contention. Without her, the Fever look lost, like a pickup squad trying to run an NBA offense. She makes her teammates better, even if they can't finish a layup to save their lives. Watching her pass 6 times in a row for missed bunnies is enough to make a fan scream into a pillow. Meanwhile, other players are adopting a strategy that seems more suited to UFC than basketball. DJ Carrington defends like she's auditioning for a demolition derby. Brittany Griner, fresh off her return, plays with more brute force than finesse, turning the paint into a danger zone. And Angel Reese? She stalks the court like a bouncer at a nightclub, flexing after fouls and mean mugging like her life depends on it. The showmanship might generate memes, but it doesn't generate fans. This isn't a rivalry between Clark and Reese, it's a referendum on the state of the league. One player is offering skill, vision, and true competitive spirit. The other is selling attitude and theatrics. Guess which one people are paying to see? Fans want to witness greatness, not grit for the sake of grit. They want fast breaks, clean threes, court IQ, not a never-ending WWE match. The sad part is, the league could be thriving if it leaned into the Clark effect. Instead, it's acting like she's a problem to manage rather than a star to celebrate. And still, Clark remains composed. No trash talk, no drama, just ball. She's out there absorbing hits that would get ejected in the NBA, while the refs fumble their whistles like they're allergic to calling fouls. She doesn't retaliate, she doesn't whine, she just hoops. Meanwhile, social media explodes with hot takes about how she's too much, too hyped, too confident, too competitive. In reality, she's exactly what the WNBA needs. If the league would just let her lead. But instead of protecting her, the league seems intent on sabotaging her momentum. It allows the bullying to continue unchecked, lets the refs become background extras, and tolerates thuggery as passion. All the while, it pretends this chaos is growing the game. It's not. It's chasing away the fans that Clark brought in. The new viewers didn't come for a brawl, they came for basketball. Now, the WNBA faces a crossroads. Ticket prices are plummeting. Viewership dips when Clark is out, yet somehow the league remains puzzled. It blames society, misogyny, Mercury retrograde, anything but the obvious truth. Clark is the reason people are paying attention, not Reese's theatrics, not WWE-level defense. It's Clark's talent, her joy, her brilliance. Until the league starts respecting that, starts protecting that, it risks losing everything she's brought with her. Because without Caitlin Clark, it's not a game, it's a sideshow. And fans know the difference.